Hi everyone, this is Martin Meyer from the Foundry, and in today's Workflow Wednesday session I would like to show you how you can animate your channels using expressions quickly, easily and procedurally. So before we start looking at the first one, I just wanted to show you how you modify the user interface to see the results a little better. So we have the viewer, that's where we'll see our animation. I will be creating different nodes with the different expressions. The first one will be sinus and cosinus. And also I expose the curve editors to see the results of the expression directly in the graph to kind of see what the resulting animation will be. So the first expression I would like to show you, or the first Nuke wave expression I would like to show you, is the sinus. So to be able to use it, I just need to hit the equal sign in the channel that I would like to modify by expression and then start typing. So in this case, I will use the sinus function, and then I will feed it with the frame variable that will give me a value from -1 to 1. So if I hit OK, here is my curve. And if I hit play, the ball is moving, but it's moving very slightly. To exaggerate the motion, I need to add or multiply the value from -1 to 1 by a big number. So let's say I will say 30, and now I will get values from -30 to 30. So when I hit play now, the motion will be much larger. To gain control over the speed of animation, we need to multiply the time by a certain number, or divide the time by a certain number. So if I would like to, let's say, go half as fast, I just need to multiply it by 0.5, or maybe 0.2 to get a much slower motion. So now you can see how the curve opened up, and I can start playing my sinus animation that will go on forever. If you use the sinus function together with the cosinus function on the translate, you can get interesting and useful circle motion. So let's do that. Just to show you, I will go to add expression and paste the very same sinus that we are using on the other side, and just replace it with the opposite, which will be the cosinus. Now I will get two curves, and when I hit play, we'll get a motion that looks like a circular motion, but in fact it's a translation. This can be used for in many interesting scenarios. So the next one that I would like to show you are the noise wave functions, which can be useful to create many interesting effects like glitches, shakes, flickering, lots of natural types of animation. The second wave expression that I would like to show you is the random function. So that will allow me to generate random numbers based on the frame, and I'm just slowing it down by 10 or dividing it by 10. So when I actually run this, you'll see that that generates a random curve. Let's just adjust the multiplier here to something like 2 only, so we are not slowing it down just so much, and that will give me nice curve, random curve. So when I hit play, our ball will be moving, but it moves very slightly. Again, let's multiply the whole result of the random function by a bigger number, maybe 20. Again, that will give me the result between 0 and 1. Now I have a nice random motion that can be used for any kind of flickery effects, lights, really anything that you might want to apply, whatever channel you might apply it to. The third function that I would like to show you today is the noise function that is somewhat related to the random function. So if I just go ahead and open up my expressions, I can paste my noise into it. Similar idea, we have a noise function. I'm feeding it the constantly changing value of the frame, slowing it down a little and multiplying the value by 20 to get a bigger result. So when I hit OK, I'll get this jittery type of animation. Again, really good for camera shakes or any kind of shakes, flickering lights or glitches on your animation. To finish today's session, I would like to show you that you can apply and use these noises not only they don't need to be only time-based, they can also read any curve from any other controller. So I just went ahead and created a controller node, which is a simple translate node. And I added this tab and added speed and offset values to this. or channels to this just by enabling the editing mode, and I dragged a few doubles into this to give me the channels to animate. So let's get rid of this one, and let's make the connections. So let's jump out of this, go to my noise, and open this up, open the expression, and instead of using frame, maybe I can be using the controller's translate X to make it more interesting or more controllable. For the speed, maybe I can be using the controller's speed multiplier. And then for the offset, or I can be using the controller's offset. So let's just type offset here and hit OK. Initially we'll get no result. That's because there were zeros in this channel, so I dialed in the appropriate values. And also our main channel is not animated, so Nuke cannot really sample it. So to add an animation, I can just go ahead to frame 100 here and animate my controller. And you can see that generated the noise on my noise controller. So if I would like to make it less pronounced, I can just go ahead and start dialing, start playing with the offset, let's say 5, and that will alter the curve from the controller. So there you have it. If you're interested in learning more about expressions, you can always find relevant information on the website below. Expressions allow you to really quickly animate and create complex motions that don't need to be reanimated or extended if the length of the shot changes, and I always found them quite useful. So I hope you enjoyed today's Workflow Wednesday, and happy comping!